Welcome back to Two Chairs, One Chat. We are your hosts, Derry Cox.
Rudolph Thurman.
Thank you again for joining us again. I can't thank you enough for your support and your love and your feedback and everything else. Last episode, we started with talking about relationships, and we're going to continue where we left off.
Yeah. Surely are.
So we had left off talking about if couples can survive when one partner is more successful than the other. What you already said on the last episode where
I was basically just saying like in terms of the success of one, if you're watching your partner elevate like in a area that they really love, right? And they're going after what they really care about that means something to them. And that your jealousy comes out because you might not be as driven as they are. Like so the question that you were saying is how can that relationship survive? Like if you're jealous of seeing what your partner is doing. So can it survive? It can only survive, I feel, like if you fix that part, if you turn the jealousy that you have into, support and realize that, them growing, them elevating, it's not really taking anything away from you,
Yeah. It's good that, as couples, you just recognize each other's strength. You recognize it and you seek to support it as much as you can. If my partner is a great dancer, I'd be like, hey, let's do that.
Yeah.
Go for it. It's good that, when you know what your partner is capable of, it's good. I think it's really, really special when you're able to love your partner unconditionally, support them in positive ways if they're doing something that's positive. They're
Right.
not out there harming no one. They're not doing anything that's crazy. Then you question it. You question your choice, the choices you've made. But when it comes to if they have anything, they're a singer, dancer, whatever they do, as long as they're doing something positive and you see the strength in them, why not support them, right? It wouldn't hurt you. And especially if you look that person in their face all the time and say, I love you, like, will you love me when I'm not doing anything or when I am
Right.
doing something? Like, when do you love? Like,
Yeah.
when does that love stop?
Right. Like, why is there any kind of like stipulations?
Yeah. Let's see. Whew. How do long distance couples stay committed? I have no clue. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it makes any difference, because this is just, what I think. My thoughts on it. I don't think it make a difference. I think if two people love each other, they can be across the world from each other.
Yeah.
That love is so strong that nothing will hamper it.
Right.
And they can work if they're committed to it, if that's what they want.
There you go.
Any relationship works if both of the people want it to work.
Yeah, if that's what you want.
That's what you want.
Because it's in the person, right? So when you see something doesn't work, and you say like, for example, you said like the long distance. If you see like something like that doesn't work, I feel like maybe they didn't put in all the effort, to work, and they just used the fact that how far you are. For it like not to work, because it's long distance only for a certain time, right? I mean, you wouldn't be building, with someone that just happens to be living long distance, at that moment to not eventually come together, right? So eventually you will come together if you really care for that person and you really love them.
Absolutely. Yay, Rue. Let's talk about facing infidelity. For many, breaking the commitment to remain faithful to a spouse or partner is unthinkable. Yet, nearly 20% of people have had sex with someone else while in a committed relationship. People cheat for a variety of reasons, but whatever the cause, it poses a serious challenge to the offended partner. Infidelity, however, doesn't always lead a couple to split up. Whether a couple survives the challenge depends on the essential soundness of their connection and whether the affair involved emotional as well as physical attachment.
Right.
Research shows that more than 40% of men who have had affairs report that it was only about sex, while only 11% of the women say the same.
Wow.
Does infidelity always mean the end of a relationship? I would say no. It depends on the strength. It depends on forgiveness. It depends on if that person is willing to give the other person another chance.
Right.
Many couples do. They do find a way to stay together. And research suggests that a prime factor in the wrong partner's decision to stay or go is their sense of how their personal social network of friends and relatives would advise them or judge them. So some people will stick with it because they don't want their relatives, their friends to be like, oh my gosh, they broke up.
Right.
You know, the gossip things everybody start talking about it.
Yeah, like, did you hear?
Did you hear? They're not together anymore.
Right.
Loof.
Yeah.
You know, it's between the couples. Y'all make the
Right.
best decisions y'all can for yourself because nobody got to live with y'all but yourself.
Exactly.
At the end of the day. Forgiveness is serious. You know, if somebody forgive you for what you have done, you know, maybe you might want to do the right thing and not do it again. Okay? So why do partners cheat? People stray in relationships for a range of reasons, research has found, but the most common are falling out of love, seeking variety, feeling neglected, taking advantage of a tempting opportunity, boosting self-esteem, anger, lack of commitment, and high sexual desire. So, let's talk about this falling out of love. I know a lot of people go through relationships forever.
Yeah.
And it becomes so ordinary and so regular. Like we do the same thing every day.
Right.
We go to work, we come home, we sleep, we do it over and over again.
Yeah, repetition.
It becomes boring. It becomes annoying. And this can tend to lead people from, people fall out of love. People grow to like, were you the same person I married
Right.
10 years ago? Were you the same person I married 6 years ago?
Right.
It's apparently that you really didn't get to know your partner anymore than when you got to know them. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't strive to know them anymore. You stopped somewhere. You missed a spot. You missed an entire year.
Wow.
People change and people now recognize the change. They don't recognize the change in front of them. Like they're just like, okay, but, and it's really crazy, but it happens, and it's out there, so it does happen.
It happens
that people can lay on a bed for 5, 6, 10, 7, how many years, and still not know the person that they're sleeping next to. Do you know how scary that is?
I was just about to say that is scary.
That is scary. That's why
sleeping
you have
with a
to
stranger.
grow, because we especially there's a lot of people that are married young,
Right.
and then they're still married 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and though while they're growing, while the years are going, their partners are changing,
And they don't even
see
notice
it in front of them because either they refuse to see it,
or they're not in tune with
or
them.
they're not in tune with them. They don't care about anything, they're comfortable, so I don't like comfortable.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me because I'm living. I'm not dead. And I'm
Right.
not staying there in that comfortable position just doing the same regular thing over and over. It just annoys me.
Right.
You know, well, I'm just speaking for myself, but you know, some it's true because like we were talking before about letting the fire keep going and burning and burning. Be creative, you know. So if you're not, you know, you feel neglected, right? And somebody else might come along and be like, who's that? You know, you want to venture off because the house becomes boring. The home is boring. You don't have the same, you don't feel the same way about the person. You know, you were in a relationship for a while, they've changed, they stop caring for you in that way, attending to your emotional needs. They're just distant, they're doing their own thing. Some people are caught up in their own little world, you know, and their own little world is catching up on other people's business but not paying attention to their own, right? So their focus is not within the house and their focus is outside, worried about everybody else except what you're doing in your own space. And all those things contribute to, I'm not saying cheating is bad in general, like why, you know, but to answer the why is all the things that I mentioned. People falling out of love, people who are seeking variety, they're angry, the lack of commitment, they have high sexual desires that the person that they're with is just like, I'm not there anymore. Right? They're not there anymore, which I think it's selfish. It's selfish. You can't just switch on your partner. You just can't. Like, it's not right for a man or woman, anybody, to cheat on anybody.
Right, correct.
At the same time, you have to assess your relationship from time to time and ask questions. Are you happy? Are you still connected to me? Are you still here with me?
That is so important.
Like, are you still here? Like, are you here? I know you see me, but and I see you, but are you still here?
And I think,
like, do I have you?
I think because of routine, you just assume, right? So you're like, okay, it appears that way, right? You know, you see the regular routine, like every day, get up, go to work. This one does this one does that. Come back, have dinner.
It's the same thing.
Right. So you just assume.
Spice it up.
You assume, right? You assume because the routine is continuing, so you're not seeing where the change may be. But maybe they just continue in the routine and there's a disconnection and you're not catching it. You know? And you don't catch things when you don't talk.
Right.
You know, you have to talk. You have to talk. You have to have those moments where you take and sit and like, hey, you know, how's everything? You know, sometimes it's some of those basic things or the things that is like so important. People think that they gotta ask like this superb question. Like, you have partners that go to work every day and they never ask how was work, you know? So because sometimes there could be different things that could be going on that that can mess with them, mess with their day, mess with them mentally, right? And I don't agree with a person, like if they had a bad day, bringing their bad day home. That's not what I'm saying. But when you don't care about the separate things that your partner is doing, that's a problem. You know? Because if only thing you care about is the things that you and your partner does collectively, then can you wholeheartedly love that person if you don't care about all of the things that they're doing? You know what I'm saying?
Here, yeah. That's what I was talking about, the love part.
Yeah.
And you love me here, there, or sometimes, or only when I'm doing this, or only when I'm doing that.
It's like wishy-washy, right?
Yeah, wishy-washy. So how do couples manage a significant age difference when a man is older? You know, to me, age is just I'm not gonna say that.
Not
Not gonna say that.
See,
No.
because you throw some numbers at you and see if you think
Yeah,
the
like,
same
you
way,
think
right?
it's just a number? No, I don't.
Yeah.
Historically, though, and even
Right.
in current surveys, women generally express a preference to be with a slightly older man, and men to be with a slightly younger woman. But many couples with much larger age gaps thrive. Though it's more common for a man to be older partner, one key to their success is perceived age. Women view the older partner as younger than others do, and older partners see themselves as younger than their own biological age as well. What do you think about the age difference between a man and a woman? And does it matter? Does it, except if you're like 60 and you want to
So that's what I was gonna ask.
18-year-old, we have a problem with
Yeah,
that.
of
Because,
course.
Like, what are you doing?
What gap are we talking about? Like, how far off are we? Like, how many? Like, 5, 10, 15? Like, how far? Because it depends, because there are some older people, that can be with somebody younger, but to a certain, there's a
I say
cutoff.
5 or 7 years younger, older, depends
Yeah.
for me. Like,
Okay.
whatever.
All right. That.
If I'm
And
an older woman,
Right, and everybody's
I'm not
already
gonna-
an adult, right?
Everybody's adult.
Okay.
I would do a 7-year. I could do a 3-year younger than me.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, I thought you said something else, but go
No,
ahead.
I said, well, you
70.
All right,
I was like,
smoking. At 3-year to 6-year difference, it's okay with
Okay.
me. I
Yeah.
don't think anything too crazy.
yeah, that is you said 3 to 6?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
How do couples manage a significant age difference when a woman is older? Couples in which a woman is much older partner are less common but less rare and more successful than many people think. Often the woman has a higher sex drive than other partners her own age and seeks someone younger who can keep up, try new things and allow her to be in control. Yeah. About the partners and thing, try new things. I just want to point that in there. Try new things. Stick that up in there.
Oh,
Some younger men want to date older women because they appreciate their attention
right.
and experience. They also may find greater quality in the relationship. It's all about preference.
Yeah.
Just don't be like cradle snatching, as I would call it. Leave
Yeah.
the cradles alone.
Yeah, no cradles.
Let's move on to this friendship relationships, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because we is gonna run out and enrich your life and improve your health. That's what friendships are
Yes.
supposed to do.
Yes.
So friendships can have a major impact on your health and well-being, but it's not always easy to build or
Right.
maintain friendships. Understand the importance of friendships in your life and what you can do to develop and nurture friendships.
Yeah.
So what are the benefits of friendships? Have good friends are good for your health. Friends can help you celebrate good times and provide support during bad times.
Yeah.
Friends can prevent loneliness and give you a chance to offer needed companionship too. Friends can also increase your sense of belonging and purpose, boost your happiness, reduce stress, improve your self-confidence and self-worth, help you cope with traumas such as divorce, serious illness, job loss, or the death of a loved one, or encourage you to change or avoid unhealthy lifestyle habits,
Right.
such as excessive drinking or lack of exercise. Friends also play a significant role in promoting your overall health. Adults with strong social support have a reduced risk of many significant health problems, including depression, high blood pressure, and an unhealthy body mass index. Studies have even found that older adults with a rich social life are likely to live longer than their peers with fewer connections. Why is it sometimes hard to make friends or maintain friendships?
I think it's hard for people to maintain friendships or even form them. I feel because people have walls up,
Right.
so they don't really let people in, and they base it off of previous things that they probably have went through, like with people. So, you know, if you had somebody betray you a couple of times and you have like a lot of examples, you might have somebody that has a way of talking where it's like, nah, I don't want no friends. I don't need them. I know what that was like. I trusted people. I told them some real serious stuff. Soon as things went left, you crossed me. I don't need nobody like that around me no more. So now you have new people that come into your life that's not like that, and that they might want a chance of like, I'm sorry about what you went through, but I'm not that way, and that person can't seem to take that wall down because of what they went through before. Mm-hmm. And my thing on that is, I'm not telling anybody to ignore what you went through before, but you can't continue on your life not having any kind of friendships, building relationships, and just blocking people out. You can't live this life alone. Mm-hmm. You can't live in that kind of box where it's just like, no, I'm gonna just stay to myself, forget everybody, and it's not cool. It's not healthy for you.
Right. The maintaining the friendship sometimes when we have like jobs, right? We have priorities, we have our family, and that could affect the relationship or friendships that you have with other people outside.
Yeah.
At some point or in one way or the other.
Right.
But as far as people not saying they want to give other people a chance, we can highlight that and say, you may not be very trusting person, and as I always say, trust is earned. You can't just decide, just wake up and decide and think that everybody's going to trust you because, hell, here I am. So you have to trust me.
Right,
especially when people are have dealt with certain things in the past, they might not be so open to trusting people. That's understandable. Right. I have few friends. Quality over quantity for me. Yes. So, and I those friendships I cherish with everything because we've grown in the friendship. Our communication is open. The respect is there, and that's one thing. The respect, right? You respect your friends. You expect to be respected. You know what I'm saying? And so, to come back to your point about not being open or shutting the door, like we just to bring that up again, is because of the experience of the people. But at the same time, we can advise and we can say, be patient with that person or give that person a chance.
Okay.
And again, trust is something that's earned. Right? Most of the times, people just look at what they've been through and not what the other people, the person have been through. They might have been through the similar things, same things. Similar things.
Right. And you could build from there when you find out.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, so you on that type of thing. Yes, I am. I've been there and I've done that. And I know my friends are very selective with who I call my friend. We have Instagram accounts and even the Facebook friends, they're not really my friends. We just adapted this platform and we're doing all this that. And there is limited people that I call my friends on Instagram, and I know who my friends are. So I'm not calling. We follow each other. That's what I say. We're not friends because you don't know me and I don't know you. I know I may know what you post, but I don't know who you are when you in your house.
Ooh, that's the truth, right there. I might know what you post.
You might not even like me. But you pretend to be a friend. You pretend to like me. You pretend to even care, but you don't. You're over there like, can't stand this one. That's
real.
Let the light burn you. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. Why is it sometimes they have different ways of how you meet people, and I'm just gonna shine the light on how to nurture, your friendships.
Okay.
Right? I was going to talk about staying positive regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We don't know what people are going through in their relationships, their personal relationships. And sometimes we want attention and we're like, hey, why are you not looking over here?
Mm-hmm.
We can see when people are doing things. What's the word I want to use? Purposely. They're doing it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretending to not see you, but they want to see you.
Wow.
They want to be with you, and they're pretending that you don't exist. I don't know what kind of shadiness that is, but we see it all the time.
That's some kind of attention-seeking type of thing.
It's not something that even we're talking about friendships and stuff like that. So I guess
because we got to address it all.
Yeah,
you know?
so I guess that's why that's coming up. But it's not. We know who our friends are, right?
Of course.
I know who is my friend.
Yeah.
I know you're my friend.
Right.
And I know that you're my friend.
You're my friend too.
Well, that I'm your friend. So we know that.
Right.
But for everyone else, I'm really not sure. I know who I truly have as friends.
Right.
And I want to shout out my friend, Poet Katrina McCain. I love you so much. And
Katrina.
I don't know why I have to shout you out. Like, you are my sister, you're my friend, and I love you so much. Like, I've never really...
I love her too.
I would call it a long distance relationship. This woman is just like... she has captured my heart in more ways than the other. And I think God has drawn us together. That and her friendship and her support and everything means the world to me. I have never really had that. I mean, I do have my really strong friends, and she's also strong, but I'm just saying that to say the connection that happened so purely.
Right.
And it was just like there were certain things that we needed to hear from each other that doesn't explain the fact that God is is with us, and He's alive in our relationship and that friendship. And I just wanted to shout her out for whatever
that's good.
reason.
That's good.
I just really wanted to shout her out.
That was real.
That's my my friend. Okay.
Yeah. She's amazing.
She truly is. She's one of the persons that I met on IG, and we clicked. Like, it was easy for me to share. I didn't hesitate to share my number with her.
And she's genuine.
She is. She's like, you feel that real genuineness, that the support is not, it doesn't go unnoticed, and she stays true. We can talk about everything. It's someone that I really trust. But moving along. Nurturing friendships, because we do have to bring this to a close soon. How we can nurture a friendship is to be kind, right? This is the most basic behavior in friendship. Be kind, right? Think of your relationship as a emotional bank account, if I may say that. Every act of kindness and every expression of gratitude are deposits into this account, while criticism and negativity draw down the account. Right? So be kind. The other thing is listen up. Ask what's going on in your friend's life. Don't only show up when you want something.
You see that part, that showing up just when you want something. Like, let me let y'all know something. People are waking up. All right, people are waking up, and relationships, friendships, however you want to word it, some of it is fading because people had enough.
They had enough, and then on the other hand, a lot of people weren't actually honest with what it means to be a friend, what to support your friend. They don't know. They don't have a clue what that means. You don't get jealous and run away or stay away because you're jealous of your friend. You're not that person's friend. Well, you might as well just leave the friend off of it.
You giving me the good segue to something that I always said. I feel like we have to watch who we give certain titles to. I talk to you all the time. I say that all the time, and I say that that friend title, a lot of people didn't earn it. they didn't earn that title at all. And just based off of different things that you might have encountered or like with them, you just say, hey, this person is my friend. Or just based off of the amount of years you might have known them, and you just said, well, if I know you for X amount of years, friend, right? But it's like you didn't earn anything. You didn't earn nothing
That title as
yeah,
to be,
you didn't qualify.
So yeah, to be my friend. That's why I
No.
say I don't take it easy. I don't take it lightly. Who I call my friend.
Yeah.
You know, if I call you a friend, you're my friend.
Right.
Right?
So when certain things happen with certain people, we shouldn't be surprised because they were never your friend, right? Because certain people don't do certain things,
Yeah.
you know?
Right. So continue on the nurture, open up, build intimacy with your friends, you know, be willing to disclose personal experiences. Like I said, it's trust. Trust is part of friendship, and you have to be able to trust that person. Show that you can be trusted, actually.
Yeah.
Make yourself available. You know, try your best. And everybody's busy and they have their different lives and work and family and all of that. But if you consider someone your friends, make time for them.
Yep.
And even if it's once a month, just make it happen.
Right.
Manage your nerves with mindfulness. You may find yourself imagining the worst of social situations and feel tempted to stay home. But it's good to get out. It's good to be amongst people and stuff like that. Do some yoga and exercise and all that extra stuff. Do you think we covered everything about relationships today?
I think we did.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
How you
I
feel?
think so too. I mean, we did do another episode of it, the part 1, and this is part 2. Yeah. So I think that brings us to the end of this episode of Two Cheers One Chat. Don't forget to follow us at Two Cheers One Chat on Instagram. Also, you can find us on YouTube.
Yes.
Two Cheers One Chat. We have our own personal handle. I am Derry Cox.
Poetry is visual. That's Poetry IZ visual.
We will leave all of that in the description box so you know where to find us. Thank you so much for watching yet another episode of Two Cheers One Chat. Continue to be great. Continue to stay prayed up. We love you. Stay safe and exercise and eat right.
And shout out to Launch Studios.
Oh yes, of course. We just love this is home, right?
Yes.
To us. We just love being here. The ambience and everything. Long Studios. Very professional.
Yes.
And we love all of it. We love them all over here. Again, so who's chatting in the chairs?
We
are.